Well, hello, my friend. My name is Joe Bakhmutsky. I am the founder of Power to Be Happy and also the author of this book, Finding Hope in Times of Uncertainty, a guide to thriving in a challenging world of today. So, what are friends for and where do you find them? Especially if you've gone through change in your life and maybe you fell out of touch with people for whatever reason, or maybe you want to make new friends and you want to build those relationships so that you feel that you're in a good place, so that you feel that you have the support that you need moving forward and to grow. Because having those friendships is absolutely vital. You know, whether they are close friends, whether they're people you see once in a while, but having that sense of connectedness is vital. And developing that and growing that, whether it's making new friends or whether it's bringing you ever closer with people, is hugely supportive in you growing towards your goals and ambitions. But ultimately, it's vital for the way that you see yourself. You know, a few years ago, I found myself, after going through experience of going through cancer, I noticed that several people of who I considered my close friends have disappeared from my life. And it was a hurtful and difficult time for me. I didn't know what to do with myself. I went through a lot of soul searching, but I realized something. And this is kind of the frame for this conversation that I'm sharing with you today, is the truth. I didn't come from a place of, where I was feeling great. I was miserable. But at the same time, I knew that I wanted to have friends, with people who really are there for me in a meaningful way. And so I made a promise to myself that the friends I make from now on are going to be different. And they're going to care for me, and they're going to be there for me. And going on that search, it took a little while, right? It didn't happen in an instant, but I'm so glad that I took the time and I was mindful about it, which is what I'm going to share with you today. Because right now, I have a few people in my life that I'm really close with, that I consider to be my close friends. When we're there for each other and we support each other and we have fun with each other and we're moving forward in life together, right? That's what I want for you. And that's everything that I'm sharing for you. And is in that frame of mind. And the first thing that I want to say, my friend, is friends are the people who make you feel good about yourself. That is a vital realization, that they are the people. I know it may seem obvious when I say that, but your friends are the people who make you feel good about yourself when you spend time with them, right? It's not necessarily even in that way about them. It's not how you feel about them, but it's how you feel about yourself. Because let me ask you this: when you catch up, with a friend, and after they're gone, how does it make you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel like you had a good time? Do you feel excited? Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel like you're ready for something else? Right? That's what matters. You want to be able to come away from interactions with your friends, whether you catch up in person, whether that's on the phone, whether that's online, whatever way that is for you. But you want to go away from those interactions feeling good about yourself. Because that is really the indicator. That's how you know the friendship's working for you, right? If you come out and you feel upset or you feel miserable and you don't feel good, and you notice that that continually happens, that's a sign there's a problem. There's a sign that there's something you want to be able to change, right? So because we want to go after that feeling, right? Because we want to have friends who are there for you. And ultimately, out of everything that you will look for, you want friends that are helping you grow as a person, grow in the way that you see yourself out in the world, or at least if they're not, kind of helping you grow directly, but at least they're supporting you in your growth. I believe that that is a prerequisite. We can't have friendships. We can't have the connection with someone. We can't have true relationship and understanding without them supporting you in your growth, right? I think that's gotta be something that we expect. That's gotta be expectation with how we go through the world, with how we meet with friends, and how we go about them. So how do you, I believe, then make friends, right? Because make friends, or whether you also maintain or deepen or strengthen the bonds with people that are already in your life, because that's also important. Well, I believe that we want to be able to then achieve that by doing things that are aligned with the person that you want to be. That is different to doing things that align with the person that you are now, right? Because when we talk about growth, when we talk about progress, when we talk about moving forward, in order to do that, we must have some kind of a vision of yourself. You must have a way that you think about your future, how you'd like to be, how you'd want things to happen. And that has no limits on it whatsoever. That is huge, that is epic, that is transformational, because that vision is so powerful, because you can go towards it. Even if you don't know what that is just yet, you can make that at least, projection of what that might look like, of how you want things to be. And that doesn't limit the way that you are now, because now you might be in a place where, things ain't perfect. Maybe you're not happy with some of the things that are there in your life. That's okay. But you want to have a vision of how you want things to be. And I don't mean it always in some way that necessarily is about contribution or making impact, although that's vital. But you want to have a vision of what do you see yourself? How do you feel around people? What sort of relationships that you have? How do they make you feel? That makes all the difference in the world. That's why when you do things that align with the person that you want to be, that's how you can get progress. That's how you can meet people that are serving you in that vision for yourself that you have moving forward. So if you were to meet people, how do you see yourself in the future? And where would you meet the people that would spend time with that person that you want to be in the future, that you see for yourself, right? That aligns with who you really want to be in your life moving forward. What would you be doing in that vision for yourself? And what sort of people, where would you meet them? Where would you hang out? What sort of things would you do with them, right? Would it be, would it be volunteering? Would it be some kind of events in your community? Would it be, doing some kind of learning together? What would that look like? What would you see yourself doing? And where would you, meet these people that align with that vision that you have for yourself? Or conversely, if you want to deepen the relationship that you already have in your life, if you want to forge even stronger bonds with people that you're at, what are the things that would be aligned, that you do with these people, that are aligned with the person that you see yourself moving forward? Maybe that you see yourself out as a person who, for example, for me, it's being out in the nature. It's been out in open spaces. I love having that connection with the world. It helps me feel more creative. It helps me feel more calm. It helps me to feel good. So that's why with a lot of my friends now, I prefer, my preferred way of catching up is, instead of, for example, drinking at home, is instead of being outside, going for a walk, doing something together. That's been a shift, right? That's helped me feel good. That makes those friendships really come alive, and makes me feel even better about myself and about the people that I'm with me, right? That's key. So what is that for you? What will you see yourself doing that is important, that is aligned with your future self, is aligned with where you want to be able to go? And that doesn't mean that you always have all the answers instantaneously, right? You are going to be figuring these things out. And that's why I would really suggest that this is where you lead with wonder, where you give yourself the freedom to explore, where you give yourself the freedom to just wanting to find out more, to try things out, right? Because you're going to try some things and you're going to realize they're not for you. And then you're going to try some things that maybe you thought, I'm not sure how this is going to go. And that's really going to get you excited. It's going to be really something that really works for you. That's something that you find really helpful, right? That's going to make the biggest difference. And then, in our culture, we talk about mindfulness a lot, right? It's been this almost like way of looking at life, where you're mindful about what you're doing, where you kind of you pay attention to what you eat and all of those things. Well, what I'm going to suggest here is applying that same concept to friendships, to meaningful relationships that you have in your life, whether that's your partner, whether that's your friends, whether that's your workmates, whether that's people in your community, whatever those people are, those relationships, we want to be mindful towards them. To looking at it, how does it make you feel? How do they feel? How does this interaction go? Is it flowing? Is it natural? If if you went out and you made a suggestion, for example, and you reached out to your friend and you wanted to spend time with them, do they reach out back to you, right? Do they also suggest things? I mean, is the effort, is that mutual, right? That's important. I really believe, because I was in a place of my life where some of the friends that have gone missing from my life, frankly speaking, some of that was due to, because I was driving all of it. I was making all those friendships, even with family, I was making all of that work. But the second I stopped putting that effort, those people were gone, man. They were gone. And I don't think that's helpful. I don't think that certainly was serving me, because when I needed them, they didn't step up for me. So it's not, what I'm not saying is that it should be tit for tat, and we should be, marking it like an accounting ledger or something. But what I am suggesting is that you want to have a reciprocating relationship with people, right? That's what I'm talking about when I say mindful friendships. You want to be in a relationship where if you put an effort, they put an effort in them as well. If you take time to ask them questions about how they're doing, and you're genuinely interested in how they're going, then you want to expect in a reasonable way that they're also going to show interest in you and your way of life, right? That's vital. So having that balance is crucial, because without balance, relationships don't work. Without balance, you're going to feel upset and you might not necessarily know why. But that balance is important. It doesn't mean that if you don't have that sense of balance, that you just go, okay, throw out, friend is not going to be a part of my life anymore. But then you can make suggestions, and you can say things like, you know what, we caught up, but we haven't really talked about me at all. I want to share something with you about myself. And even things like that, whatever works for you, are important. And sometimes it may seem abrupt, or maybe you have your own style of doing things. I don't know. We all have that. But you want to find ways to let people know, if you feel, or kind of direct them in a way that lets them know very clearly and directly about what you expect from them, right? It's not some kind of imposing some kind of conditions, but setting out clear expectations is vital. It's vital in any relationship, whether that's friend, whether that's work, whether that's a romantic relationship. If there's no expectations, things fall apart, right? We've all seen that, and I hope this is something that we can connect with you on that, because that balance, it has to be there. And if you care about this relationship, if you care about this person, then you want to find a way to let them know that something is missing, that you want some kind of a change in whatever way that is meaningful and consistent to you, because everything goes both ways. And if you are treating someone with kindness, with consideration, with respect, then you want those things in return. It's only fair. That's how we can find balance. And lastly, I want to say, my friend, that if you can be understanding and kind towards other people, then you want to go extra mile and be that for you. Be that for yourself, to make sure that you yourself are giving yourself the credit, and you're not being hard on yourself. You're giving you the opportunity to really be understanding of challenges and difficult moments that you yourself are experiencing, and give yourself the credit that you truly deserve in your life, as you're striving to be at your best, as you're striving at your best to grow, as you're striving to make sense of life. Because we all have this power, my friend. We all have this power to be happy, to continually seek clarity in everything that we're doing, to show up at our best every single day, to prove that you are enough, and to hold on to hope that no matter how crazy things get, that they can and do change for the better. That's why we stick through it. That's why I want to be able to make sense of what is really going on and connect with what's real for you. What is going to be aligned with you in your life moving forward. Doing things with people who make you feel good. Doing things that are aligned with your way of life. For that, you need clarity. And if you feel that you've been through perhaps a transition in your life, and you want to be able to break through to clarity in key areas of your life, so that you have the confidence to make decisions that you need to make without looking back, without regret. If you want to have that clarity that helps you figure out exactly what it is that you want in your future and how to get there, and if you want to get that quickly, if you want that breakthrough quickly, then I can help you with that, because that's what I specialize in as a clarity guide, as a process to help you figure out and get all those answers that are already inside you and get them out in a way that serves you and helps you have a repeatable process that helps you moving forward to live the life that you truly deserve, so that you're able to reinvent yourself when you need to, so that you're able to have the growth that you want to be able to experience in friendships, in relationships, in your work, in your community, in your ambitions to make a positive change out here in the world. That's what it's all about. And if you want to find out more about that, I can help you to do that one-on-one in my 12-week coaching program. That head on to powertobehappy.com. That's powertobehappy.com and click on Clarity First link to find out more about the coaching program. I look forward to speaking with you someday. My name is Joe Bakhmutsky. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon.